you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Florida's offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick handoff. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Right on the money. Oh, it's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direct.
Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back on the option to give.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The run to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And they can't make the play on third down. The Gators will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. So Kentucky's offense has its first opportunity of the day. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who's threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in '06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We've got to rattle him. We've got to hit him early. How about this? First drive.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack jack. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. And the Gators really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Leaves it with the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Good, right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Release to the back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. From the gun. Give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Punts it out of the air. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he got it.
He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. The Gators have it with a first and goal. They want to throw it. Trying to barrel in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Gator! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. He makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough of that first down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the first down, gets out of bounds, new set of downs for this offense.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And the Wildcats will try to convert on 4th down. They'll run play action. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Off play action on 1st down. Working that left side now. There he goes. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give on the inside. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Gators are facing 3rd and inches. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Line getting set on 2nd down. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll try the right side. Fights off the defender.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Got enough for the 1st. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. After misfiring, it's second down. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. Hard-hitting tackle.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Gets it out fast. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Back to pass. Right down the middle. He's got the tight end. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing.
Touchdown, Kentucky! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
The Gators decide to punt it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Wide receiver going in motion. Snags a quick pass on the left. Turning it on. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Wide open downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bit.
But they're the favorite for a reason.
Max going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Evanson. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Inside a minute to go here in the third. The tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They bring the punter onto the field now. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. With the first down in the final period of this one. He wants to start this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present them.
Breaks into the open. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Pocket breaking down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. The give on the option. Sweet cut there. He breaks the tackle. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Connor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the big fella.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
To the ground to try to pick up the first.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for space. It's Evanson. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He stopped short of the first down, but he gets it into plus territory on the scramble, and now decision time on 4th. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He did not get there, and they'll have to give up the football, and they might have just seen this game slip away. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Floats it out in space. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. There's the pressure. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.